I haven't. It's
Definitely on.
All right, I'll have off for a pound.
He's on the live stream. He's not taking it off. You look right, clown.
It seems to have picked up everyone now. If you are tuned in, was some buffering to start, but connection seems to have settled itself, and hopefully remains the same throughout the day. Yeah, Twitch, YouTube's good as well.
We're all good. We're good everywhere. On it. Great. So, the tweet's out. Get yourself involved, everybody. Make sure you send us pictures if you're watching in a Christmas jumper. Have fun at the tables. Have fun while you're watching the live stream. That's what it's all about. So early stages, we saw the chip counts from last night. Do you think 150,000 was pretty shallow for the day one?
No, it's fine. I think it's not obviously a huge stack, but still plenty. I know we've seen like 300k stacks in the previous legs and day ones, but 150 is more than enough. It's chunks coming back at 1,000. Is it 1,000, 1,500 we come back at? Or no, 612 we come back at.
Yeah.
So yeah, like 150 bigs, 140 bigs, just more than enough. I know what you're saying though, Tara. We have seen recently some 300k day one chip leaders.
I saw Richard Horton, who was just joined us in seat number 3, wandering the streets this morning. He was all snug and he got his hat on and his coat and he said, "Hey up, Tower." And I had to look twice to find out who it was. I said, "Oh yeah, you're right, yeah, Richard." You know as you do when you eventually realise who it was. He was wandering the streets. Richard Horton, champion in Blackpool.
Yeah, Rich going to bet here now. Lovely little double check this from Nicholas Tower. Maybe thinking that Rich is going to be firing this turn. Once flop checks through fairly often, and we're sitting here with the nuts with our top set. It's a nice little double check here from Nicholas, and now probably going to check raise against his size, put some more chips in the pot. Afternoon, Saundala.
So Nicholas raises to 1.9, flopping top set. The ace queen gets out of the way, back to Rich. He's going to come in for a call.
Yeah, well, I was a bit confused by the double check of Nicholas, perhaps thinking if you've got a jack here, you're not just going to lead turn, but he's actually got a set of jacks, so this river's great for us from our perspective as Richard. Doesn't change anything. If we have the best hand on the turn, we're still going to have the best hand on this free river. Unless it's 3x of diamonds, like ace-3 of diamonds perhaps, that Nicholas can have peeling out the small. And fires for 3,000. Like these 10s are not the best hand to call with. Fine to call the turn, see if he potentially shuts down, but on this river here, 10-9 less likely, one of the plausible bluffs. We've got the 10 of diamonds removal to hands like Queen 10 of diamonds, King 10 of diamonds, Ace 10 of diamonds, these type of holdings. So might just see Richard let this one go now. A tough spot early on, 30 big blind river bet this. And looks like he's going to find a hero. And the jacks are good. So Oliver raising over the complete and the small, getting that one through with the ace-9.
Says on Twitter the Tower 68 can't be messaged.
Are you private, Tower?
I don't think so, and if I am, I don't know how.
Let me check.
And I don't know how to change it. If I am.
Oh, you are private.
How do I change that?
You got to go to go on your Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on it.
If you go to, I think it's profile, edit profile.
On it. On it. No, not
maybe
that.
not edit profile. Settings and privacy. There we are. Your account,
Right.
and then so settings, privacy.
Hang on a minute. Don't go too fast. Where'd you find that?
Keep going down. Keep going down more. If you go to more.
Yeah. On it. Feel like I'm having a lesson.
So it's different on the mobile. So probably on this one going to be security and outfit count. Yeah, maybe that one. No, not that one.
We'll find it
We
eventually.
will find it. Go your account.
Any Twitter experts out there, ladies and gentlemen?
Your account. What about this one? It's the only other one it can be, right? I'm going to have a look. I'll figure it out.
Sort it out, everybody. Come on. Help the tower out. The tower's flapping here. Afternoon, everybody. King high flop, Victor don't. That's what you do. What are the numbers are looking like early doors? Do we think the millie is on, Roy? I'd be very surprised if we do hit the million. If we have, it's just an unbelievable achievement. I think we'll between 475 and 525. I think will be a good estimate. I know it's a vague line, but around about that. Sorry about the internet and the lagging and what have you on thing. It will settle down, I am sure. It seems to have calmed down now, John.
Yeah, I got it. Found it. You go to privacy and safety.
Yeah.
And then you go to notifications.
Where's that?
Go up. Notifications, I think. Privacy and safety. I just had it. Oh, your tweets. It's privacy and safety. Your tweets. I literally just had it, Tal. It was just here.
No one knows these things.
Audience and tagging. There we are, and that's it. Privacy and safety. Audience and tagging. And then uncheck that box. There we are. Done. We got there.
In.
So tower. You can now tweet the tower.
You can
on
do what
Twitter.
you want now with the tower. John Eyre still can't get to me. Send me a Twitter, John. I'll add you on. I don't know if you can just be added on Twitter. I need to find it. Stu Dawson's already in the books, like in the comments on there. Lee McCrow and me and Jay. We'll get there eventually, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure we will. Good afternoon, Byron. Byron Mitchum watching on YouTube. Hope you well, Byron. Don't forget, it is Christmas jumper day. If you send us a tweet and a twitch, the bell's ringing.
Looks like Nicola's going to lead this turn now. Once turning trips. Fires for 2.8. I keep thinking it looks like Andy Christoforou, don't it? Seat 5. looks like his brother. Now cattle in here with top pair, no kicker though. I don't expect Nicholas to ever lead anything worse for value here.
Oh, come in here, you. Come in here. This guy has been the most consistent. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, the most consistent poker player in the last 3 years on a GUKPT. John Bousfield is just top trumped everybody. Absolute top trumps, absolute superstar.
Is there 3 National League points? Someone said.
That's amazing.
Don't go bluffing anyone today, Bousy.
give
Do you know what? If you're sitting across the table from me on that, I'm thinking I'm calling this. I'm not being shown a bluff by this guy. I'm not being shown a bluff by this guy in this outfit.
Absolutely brilliant. Wonder packages for the last 3 years, Mr. John Bousfield. A brilliant effort from Bousy. He's going to sit down playing the 2K Grand Final. Amazing. Big hello from North Cyprus. Great viewing. Playing tonight the 1,000 Turkish lira Montenegro satellite. How much is 1,000 lira? I reckon it could be about 100 quid, I think. Is it 10 lira to the pound? I think it's about 10 lira to the pound at the minute. Good afternoon, Mehmet. Watches all the time from North Cyprus. Good to have you on board, sir. And good luck tonight in the satellite that you're playing in North Cyprus. No, I think it's about 10 lira to the pound, isn't it? Sure it is.
Yeah, 100 lira is £5, says Willie Tan.
Is it really? 100 lira is £5. Wow, I thought it was more than that. 100 lira is £5, so 1,000 lira is £10, £50. Or is he playing the 1 Turkish lira? Yeah, right, it's 1,000 Turkish lira. So 100 lira is a fiver. I didn't realise it was 20 lira to the pound. That's shot up. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Byron. This is our last day of buy-ins for the GUKPT, so we thought, PK thought it'd be a great idea, get people involved, get a few jumpers around the room. Day 2 tomorrow, and obviously the final day on Sunday where they're going to be playing for chunks. So it's 22 lira to the pound now, which is bizarre. So we were there when it was like 6. I remember going over there and it was like 6 and thinking that was great. Somebody offered 5.9. I thought, I'm not having that. None of that. Give me some 6. It's now 22. Which I think we should all buy if we're thinking about going to Turkey next year. One of the nicest places to go golfing, by the way. If ever you get over there. And obviously Mehmet is playing in North Cyprus as well. Byron's going to get his jumper on and send the picture over very shortly. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to GUKPT. This is what we've done. This is what we've done over the... no, they're not working. No, yeah, whatever. Let us know when. We've had a good 3 weeks. Look at that. GUKPT, remember that when we did the 12... To start the actual festival was the 12.50, which was bizarre, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you thought. Starting with the 12.50. But it was so good, brilliant. We then did the cash game, the NPL playoff, and the midi last week, which was superb again. Great to do the cash game. Hoping that the Wednesday night of each event when we set up, we're hoping the Wednesday night, and that'll come out over social media over the coming weeks, that the Wednesday night could be cash game night. In every town that we go to. So obviously the first one's going to be London again for 2022. But keep your eyes peeled on social media. We think the Wednesday night will be a cash night, which we're looking forward to. And then this weekend we've done the Six Max, which was excellent. The UK heads up with Kerry Reese won, and then the Haymaker that we got there, David busting out first. And he was playing the main event yesterday. As you can see now, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th and the 5th, the final 4 days of events and live streaming for Team Cardroom Direct and everybody involved with the GUKPT.
Just early stages, not much going on this level. Nicholas won a few pots, won that pot with pocket jacks, fairly sizable at this stage. 30 big blind river bet was called off by Richard. Afternoon Simbot on Twitch.
Good afternoon.
Some early bust outs, Tower, in the field.
Already? Go on then, give us the news.
Once GDPR, and we've lost Chris Johnson, Maccapac.
Maccapac already gone?
Yeah, went at 3 minutes into the day.
No, that's got to be an aces versus aces.
Yeah, I'd love to know the hand. Love to know the hand.
Wow. I'm sure he'll be flicking it back in as well, but that's an early exit for the man they call Chris Johnson.
Roy Cropper, no good yesterday. Simbot didn't make it through. What did happen though, on his second bullet, he busted the first bullet. Second bullet, he actually signed the GDPR so we could use his actual name. we think he might have been watching the stream and
he'd have been getting messages.
Yeah. They're calling you Roy Cropper.
I'm not having that. Orcus says Tower looks like somebody I've lost to the summer wine. What's that? I'm not being. This is a good effort, by the way. And every time he does something wrong today, it's one of them. Cheers, Mike. Mike Pantelli enjoying the live stream, watching on Facebook. Fingers crossed the Tinterweb hardwire has calmed itself down and everything is good.
Victor boating up and on the turn and up to the Czech River, hoping to get a bet. Unfortunately, checked through.
A bit of trivia for us. Can you tell me the first ever Midland Masters in Birmingham and where was it held? Where was it held? Would it have been held in the Rainbow?
I'm guessing it was held in Birmingham.
Absolutely. There you go. Well done. Well, winner. Winner. Well done. The Rainbow was a big club in the 90s, in the 90s, wasn't it? In the early noughties. Obviously Broadway's on now and Hill Street and Grosvenor casinos are there. It must have been. Mehmet says well done, so it must have been the Rainbow. Oh, bro. Nice one, Oakers. Great after the year we've had, bringing in the Christmas spirit. And that's why PK said it, wasn't it? He said it's about time we had a bit of Christmas cheer. We know it's the last buying day. And yeah, we appreciate it's a 2K buying. We wouldn't be doing this on the Saturday and the Sunday when we start to get in the money. But today, the last buying day, we've got quite a few people involved as well. We've seen Ludo with his jumper on. We've got OC and Spand. All these have got the jumpers on as well.
So Catalin here with the free bet with the Ace King. Just going to get that one done. How are you doing, Gary McGaffney?
Going to the Moulin Rouge show tonight in London. A little bit of West End showage.
Malou's here.
Yes! Ali Malou's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Ali Malou is going to be playing the grand final. Enjoy Moulin Rouge tonight in the West End, followed by a bit of shopping in London and then home on Sunday. Awesome, Gary. Enjoy your weekend in London. We're 45 minutes in and the dealer's still got it on. What happens if we change dealer?
Then you win.
I win. All right, quick, change the dealer. It's a great effort from Chris. $20,000 starting stack, as you know. Any more bust outs from the old Grim on my left, we'll let you know who they are.
Let you know.
Out of the 9 players that played the first event we streamed, the 1250,
Yep.
all those months ago, it seems like it. Giaz is the only one that bagged up. They got himself a complimentary seat into the grand final.
I know Ram played yesterday as well, but I don't think he bagged.
No, so he was playing the. I think he was playing the satellite last night, wasn't he?
John Hare, if you're watching, I've received your picture. You've DM'd me it though. You gotta post it.
Oh, that's why you might have been doing it with us.
You gotta tag me and Tower in your tweet and post your picture in the tweet.
You gotta let everybody know how bad you look. Get it on Twitter, man. At the Tower 68 and at Just J. Click it on. I ain't got a message, to be fair. They probably get up trying to message me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you just got to tweet the picture and tag us in the tweet. Simple as that.
Absolutely. And it'll come up. And at this moment in time, you're online to win a £110 token once you do it.
That bloody hat.
What? You should be going out and getting yourself one, thinking that that's a great hat. I'm going to get myself one. Is the Mad Turk playing today? I think he played yesterday, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
If he didn't play, it was in. Oh, he was in the high roller. He final table the high roller, didn't he? So he'll probably be playing today. If we get confirmation, we'll let you know. If he's sat anywhere at the tables. Have a quick scan, see if he's in already. 154 already are. 154. He's not in yet. Wade is in, who got himself a seat via the 1K. Or the 1100. No, he's not in yet. Here's the Mad Turk, Yusul Eminoglu.
Yeah, that is true. I did wear a tea cosy for a while. Lucky hat.
Yeah, very. Very lucky hat. Is it fancy dress for the dealers, said Gary? No, it's Christmas jumper day, my friend. It is Christmas jumper day. You know, as you say, you make an effort. Christmas jumper day, ladies and
I'm going
gentlemen.
to get an eye taken out today. I can feel
PK
it.
had the idea that we needed a bit of festivities, and it's the last buying day of the GUKPT. We've smashed it since July when we came back, and he thought, you know what, we'll have a Christmas jumper day. So here we are. Quite a few other dealers have got involved. Some of the players have got involved. You guys are home, hopefully getting involved, and Chris the dealer has got involved.
His favourite trial you put?
That's all of them.
Well, not break.
So the big one's there. That one's working right there also. No checking the buttons. Ding, 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 ding. That one's working. You don't want price tickets. Yep, that'll work. Online ticket will work as well. Not the break. Follow us. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook and Twitch. Yeah. That is what we've done so far, as we've been here for 3 weekends on the trot. Grand final day 1A in the books. We're just going through the stream deck at the minute. That is what is remaining. As tonight is, or today is the day 1B of the grand final, and the day 1C is the turbo starting at 9 o'clock, as you can see right there. If you fancy flicking in the 20-minute clock for the grand final day 1C. There is the day 2 tomorrow and a G400, which is a one-dayer. It's a one-day G400, and the last call and the final day of streaming is there. So that's what is on regarding that. If you want to play some poker straight after, next weekend we've got Newcastle and Walsall 25-25s, then Leeds and Luton the following week. The results would have been the chip stacks on last night, 145,000 and 147,000 from Andy Headley is chip leader. Cardroom Pan, we won't need that. The schedule for next year, all looking good as we start in January next year. And finally, the 25s, deep stacks and G400s for the first 3 months, or the first 2 months of the year. Looking good. We'll give you those. We've flicked all that. That is looking good. We'll give you more details during the day of what is happening around the estate as we depart for a Christmas break.
Afternoon HMR, afternoon Amy on Twitch. Watching from Denby Castle. Do you know where that is, Tower?
I don't know where Denby Castle is. It sounds wonderful. It sounds like it's going to be cold.
To be honest, Norbreck Castle sounded lovely as well when I heard
It's
it.
not
I heard it first time in Blackpool.
It's not the castle they use in I'm a Celebrity, is it? What are you saying?
I said Norbreck Castle's it for Blackpool as well, but then I got there.
Denby Castle
North Wales.
is in
says
Wales.
Amy.
It's not the castle they use for I'm a Celebrity.
So Victor defending 4-3 suited, facing Catalan's EP Open, ace 10-4, 2 club board, 2 overs to the 7s here, but going to have plenty of C-bets on this one in terms of range, and Victor with bottom pair, especially on the ace high board against his size, and expect to see him get out of the way a lot of the time, but he's going to make the call once, see if we can snag a 4 or 3 on turn to improve his hand. Jack of spades on the turn. Very likely to go check now a lot of the time once Catalan gets called once here by Victor with the 7s. Opts to check behind. And Victor checking once more. So Catalan going to take this pot. No reason to bet no matter what the river is, unless it's a 7. Got 6 of spades, so should just be going check now, and Catalan should be taking the pot. Is that Ludo coming to the featured table? I think he could be. It looked like he was looking over here at the empty seat. Here he comes.
Hi Byron, hopefully a refresh will sort it out if it's lagging. What are you doing at Denby Castle? I've just checked it out. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing, does Denby Castle. Yeah. There's quite a lot of history involved as well. Used to be owned by the Royalists. And then it was taken over. Amazing. Back in the day, it was a full castle. It was enormous. Yeah. It was taken in 1646 by the parliamentarianisms. And there you go.
Currently, John Hare is winning our Christmas jumper competition because he's the only one that sent a picture in.
Oh my days!
So John's on his way to £110 token if no one else sends one in. It's the first one we've got as a giveaway. It's in the commands in Twitch. We will keep mentioning it all day long. You've got to send them photos in of you watching a live stream in your Christmas attire, and the best one getting a £110 ticket for the client.
It's got a bar humbug accent. Oh, couldn't get a jumper in my size, so sod it. I'm being a Grinch. Good effort, John. Good effort. Like how it's in the Derby County colours as well. Oh, brilliant. Good on you. Thanks for making the effort. Thanks for making the effort, John.
Totally in tower, isn't it?
Oh, brilliant. So, Denby Castle is watching. North Wales. Do we know what happens to unused 30-30 tickets now they're no longer running?
Change the G400.
It's just the it's just the G400 now, Alex, and it's exactly the same buying. So the 30-30 tickets will be able to be used as a G400 ticket. It's the exact same buying. Yeah, it's just a change. It's just a name change. The G400 makes a lot more sense than the 30-30s. So we've had a revamp and they've had a relaunch of the name, and it's now a G400. Well, the same buying. Very complete.
So what Chef Brad's done in this competition,
Right.
he's not fooling me here. He's basically gone through the archive of pictures and he's just got it off his
That's
phone
10 years
from
ago.
years ago. That's not. Look at this. He's obviously.
He hasn't even got grey hair there.
We're not accepting that,
No,
Brad.
no, Brad.
We
no,
want a
no,
live
Brad.
picture from today of you watching a live stream.
Absolutely.
Not one of you taking a business call.
What was that? A Nokia 2610?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my days, Brad. Make an effort, man. You're not fooling us. You think you can fool us? But good effort. Nice to have you on board, brothers.
We'll chuck them up for you, Jelly, as you see here. Yeah, 400 plus 44, so I'm assuming you just have to play the 44 pounds on top, and you're getting like that, Jelly. So an extra 44 pounds,
Yeah.
and you'll get yourself into the field.
I didn't realise there were a different buying. Apologies from me. I thought the G400 was exactly the same as a 30-30. My apologies. Won't happen again. You ought to whack me with the hat we have going
I
on.
haven't got one on.
Yeah, thanks.
He's fiddling with the nose. I've noticed. He's coming off soon. It's coming off.
He's going to be moving in a minute. So we've got Ludo. Ding dong. Ding dong. Ludo getting involved. Ding dong. I've still got his shoes, but he's definitely having them.
What about Ding Ding? Any tea runs about?
Oh my days, you are a one. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's going on.
Towers off for the teas.
It's a cup of tea?
Cup of tea. Stop that! I'm going to lose my eye today.
Cup of tea. Right, tea run, off we go.
Cheers, Tower.
No problem.
Ludo straight into the thick of it, opening King Jack under the gun, raising to 300. Ollie gonna flat with the deuces, and Catalin with the 9-8 suited in the cut-off. Gonna come along as well. Ace 5-4, 2 heart board. So we'll draw to go with a pair of Oliver. Does actually have the best of it in this situation as well. But checked over to Catalin, who's just sitting here with 9 high, no draw. Chooses to check behind, 6 on the turn, changes nothing. Does bring in a gut shot for Catalin with the 9-8 of spades. But Ludo not opting to delay C-bet freeway here, and checked over to Catalin, who is sitting here with just 9 high. Does have equity to a straight. It chooses to check behind, and Ludo gets there on the river with the king. And Ludo's going to take this one with King Jack. Get your pictures in, guys. At the moment, John Hare leading the way because Brad is disqualified. Unless he sends another one in. Afternoon, Jim Marlowe. I know you'll get involved in the competition today, Jim. So Declan raising to 300 with the ace-5 +1. Fairly loose, especially into Ludo's big. Definitely something to take into account. Ludo going to be very competent post. Do have position though. Flop a king, king, 4 on the turn. This might come in for a small bet here with his ace high, but opts to check and just try to get to showdown. And the ace-5 of Declan is good. And this is the first session of the day, guys. If you are tuned in, action always pretty slow this stage of the day. First 2 to 4 levels, always pretty slow action. It's just feelers, getting a feel for your table, just realising who's there, seeing if you can pick up on any little things that may help you on later in the day. It's very rare we see lots of action. You've always got news.
Got news. I've got news.
Tower's got news.
I've got news.
Thank you very much.
I've got news. We're in level 2, just started.
Yep.
We've got one more player in than the entire day yesterday.
That's pretty big news.
168 in the mix at this moment in time. 168. We had 167 yesterday, total.
Well, the prize pool is already
Yeah.
at 600k. Well, 599,760. That's after the 2% for the National League.
Wow, 600,000 already.
600k prize pool already, and we've still got all of today, turbo later, and day 2 buy-ins. It could be, it could get there. It's still probably probability-wise more likely not to, but it could get there, Tower. That would be the first ever for Grosvenor, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It'd be like 200k over the biggest one. We'd have to look through the archives of obviously the grand finals have changed the different size buy-ins during the year. Jim will know. I think Jim's just walked past. Jim will actually know what the biggest buy-in were. We've had a 2.5k buy-in, we've had a 2,000 buy-in, we've had a 2.2k buy-in.
Had 2.8 in the high roller this week.
Yeah, I'm on about the main event. The main event itself. Oh yes. I am trying. Good luck if you all play the 25-25s. We've got the list of the 25. Come in here, Cleary. Come in here, Mr. Steve Cleary. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Here he is, stand behind us. He's only been here 26 years and he's got the jumper. We're like twins. Well done.
We're the team.
Well done, young
Same
man.
team.
What's the shift anyway for you? What's that?
I'm 2 till 8.
Two-
Back in the graveyard tomorrow.
2 till 8.
Yeah.
Half a day.
Half a day, back in the 6 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh. Good effort, young man. Good effort.
Do you know what? Primark are going to be thinking, God, we better sort the supplies out next year for these Christmas jumpers with the reindeers on. They're going like hotcakes.
They are. Yeah, they've had an influx. Awesome. Good effort from Mr. Steve Cleary, who also runs marathons for charity, by the way. The Marie Curie charity for Grosvenor Casinos. He did 3 in 3 weeks earlier in the year. He did a marathon, a half marathon, and a 10k or something like that.
Oh, that's tickled me, Jim.
Yeah, wait, have you got the top on? No,
No, I've got a
Is
day
that
off.
tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll have my jacket zipped up tomorrow all day. Don't you worry about that. No one will be seeing that for sure.
At some point, there will be a mistake from you where you take the jacket off.
No, there will be no mistake.
Hey dear. So I've already beaten yesterday's numbers. 167 total yesterday. We're on 168 so far today. Players will just come in during the day. They will re-enter during the day. Wow, have you seen Razor Kev's jumper? How do we get that onto the stream?
Does that classify as a jumper tower?
Is it even him?
He looks like he's nicked that Santa from someone's garden. He's then got his mum's hot water bottle, and then he's got some. I like the shoes at the bottom. I like the shoes.
Oh my days, that's amazing.
The shoes are. That's some effort, Kev. That is so.
Where you got a picture of watching the live stream like that?
I'd love it if he was by himself and he had to take the picture himself and set it on a timer, and you don't know when the timer's gone because he can't see. But great effort, that Kev. That's.
I think to clarify, we need a picture of the live stream in the background, just to make sure that we know that you're watching the live stream. Because you could just send us pictures from 25 years ago.
From looks of that picture, I don't think Kev's watching the live stream tower. Don't think he can see out of there.
So we do need. I think we're going to need clarification that you're watching the stream. So maybe just some kind of evidence that you're watching the stream. But that's a great picture, that, Kev. Well done on that. If you're on Twitter and you're on following the Tower 68 or Just J or at Grosvenor Poker, some of these pictures are brilliant.
Best way to see them, just go to either mine or Tao's Twitter and just look at the like section, because we'll like them all. So
we will. I am thinking for the £110 token, you will need to show proof that you're actually watching the stream as well, with a little bit of a laptop or an iPad or a desktop on the background. Good effort, Kev.
Oh wow, what a turn this is, Tower. This is interesting, especially if Diamond rolls off on the river. Richard here, beautiful turn for us. Turn in second nuts, effective nuts really, because Kings you expect to be 4 betting a lot. Oh, it's a cold call from Declan out of the small. I've just seen that. It's Richard that 3-bet, and you expect Declan to 4-bet Kings out the small. So we're just so happy here with our hand as Richard, and opts for 3.5k. And Declan not going anywhere. Overcard, will draw, diamond draw. 4 on the river, offsuit 4 would be ill. That's the 9 of hearts. So that checks over to Richard once more, who's going to come in for value, maybe target some King X set, some King Queen suited, King Jack suited, although only King Jack of hearts from our perspective, King 10 suited, that can all peel out the small blind, maybe not this deep, cold calling a free bet, but probably going to opt for a size to target a king here, might just rip the 9.5 into 11.3 for 80%ish. And that is exactly what he's going to do. It'll be a quick fold from Declan with the ace-3 of diamonds. So a few more bust outs in the field.
Go on then, give us the news.
We have lost Hamza Dreza Agazi, Stuart McCormack, Harry Robinson is out. The quads versus straight flush at Luton a few months back.
Oh, Harry!
And Andrew Bax, a spanned out as well.
Oh no! Early stages of the grand final, day 1B. Day 1C is the turbo at 9 PM. Keep you up to date with that as we get there during the day.
So raise from Ludo, King Queen suited, lovely one to open. Nicholas flats the 8s and Victor defends in the big with the Queen Jack.
Gully Master Span is on the way back in. Span won a satellite ticket last night, so he's got another bullet.
Ah,
Well, there you go. Well done, Span. Oh, we could have action here. Action hotting up. Blackpool champion Richard Horton with the boots. Terry Mitford with the ace king off.
they're just choosing to peel the free bet this deep, gun versus +2 with the ace king. Nothing wrong with that. 10-8-5, 2 spade board. So probably going to go bet call here, Tower, more often than not, unless Rich
check,
actually
check.
incorporating in a little check here with the aces, like it.
No, Terry's checked twice.
Yeah, now
After bet.
now we're going to come in for value as Rich. Like, doesn't look like Terence has got much here. Probably expecting to lead a lot of hands that are a pair once we check back flop. So like to see a smallish size in here from Rich. Try and keep some ace highs involved, although we've got removal to that. maybe even some like 6s, 7s, 3s, 4s. It's a nice little size from Richard. Big fan of that, going third pot on the turn, and he's actually, wow, what a river.
What a river for Richard Horton in seat 3.
And he's going to get rewarded for that sizing choice on the turn, because this king on the end will most certainly hit Richard, hit Terence. And Richard fired 3.5, well played by him.
Oh, perfect card for Richard Horton.
Yeah, lovely size on the turn from Rich there as well, I must say. Tower, big fan of that.
Builds his stack up to 27.1. Nick on 31.6. Steady start to the grand final. Welcome one and all to day 1B. Day 1C tonight at 9, and then if you fancy flicking in the morning, which people will.
So King Jack for Ludo. Ludo opens to 300. Now Victor happy to peel the suited King 4 on the button and defend from Terence in the big blind with 9-6 off. There he is, Span with his re-entry. We just saw him walk in.
Go on this band.
So nice flop here for Ludo, but unfortunately not going to get any action on the Jack Deuce Deuce board from either opponent with these holdings. Well, that's not right, because Oliver hasn't folded the ace king. There it is, it's back. Opens to 300. And Julian happy to defend the 8-5 in the big.
Ten flop, 10-4-9.
So Oliver not opting to continue this one. Jack of Hearts turn, brings in Broadway draw for Oliver to go with the 2 over cards, up and down for Julian. So Julian going to fire, taking some initiative after the check back from Oliver on the flop. Pops a 3/4 pot here as well, Tower 600 into 8. Oliver happy to call once with the ace king.
5 of hearts on the river.
So the 8-5 actually gets there now, so going to see a check from Julian. And Oliver going to take the showdown with a nut high, and the 8-5 is good.
It is. The 8-5 is good.
No. Sam Webb.
Sam Webb asked on Facebook, will the 25-25s be live streamed? Unfortunately not. Be cost of it all and impossible to do to get the 5 lads around the room every week doing the 25-25s. We'd love to do it, but Christmas has come early for Tower,
I'm leaning this way because he keeps hitting me with that bloody hat.
Chris left the hat on and the nose. He's still got it on.
You get your pound, just keep that your hat over there.
The hammer's coming. No. And he's back again. Do you want another bet?
Oh, is he back again?
Do you want double of quits?
No, he's still here. That don't count.
The change dealer.
What, and Chris is back again?
And Chris is back again. The change dealer.
I didn't even realise I had different... Yeah, Sanjay
So,
was
do you want a
doing
double of quits?
I don't know, I'm not sure now.
Till the next time he
I
leaves, you want double of quits?
I thought it'd be 15 minutes and off, but maybe he's... Nah, I'm going to save my money on this one. I'm going to save my pound now. Better do a quid than 2 quid.
Okay. So, yeah, so unfortunately, Sam, we don't know the 25-25s. We do all the GUKPTs. We are thinking there'll be a cash game live stream on the Wednesday on setup day as we normally do. That'll be confirmed hopefully this weekend. So for leg 1 at the end of January and the beginning of February, there will be a cash game live streamed. If ever we do a G400 or a 25-25 or a C or anything like that, we will always let you know.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's in the hat. Chef Brad is in the building, he's in the hat, he's streaming, he's watching the live stream, he's got the jumper on, he's sent us a video, and he's singing.
Well, Oakers has done full-on Grinch for us. Look at this one, Tower.
Good old Bradders, well done Bradders, I love that. Watching the live stream in his Christmas jumper.
You're a nutter, Brad. You're an absolute nutter.
Love it. Well done, Brad. Well done, Bradders. And who else we got there?
Oakers 81. Nice big TV with a live stream on it.
Oh, he's dressed as Grinch. Ha ha! Look at the size of the telly and the dog's watching. Oh, I'm not having it. Get him a £30 ticket already. Oh, the dog's watching the live stream as well. Dressed as Grinch. Oh, that's amazing. Well done, us. Loving it, loving it, loving it. That is brilliant. Thanks to all your interactions, guys, because it makes us feel warm inside. At Just J, at the Teller 68, at Grosvenor Poker, all those three just link us in to a picture of you watching the live stream. And Oakers must have a 60-inch TV clung to the wall. Loving it. Yeah, that's brilliant. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. The prize pool so far at the minute, Sam?
£612,000.
Wowzers. More runners today already than yesterday.
We'll get another 100 at least today, Tower. That'll take up to over the $750,000. It's going to get over $750,000. We said it would be great if it did, but
yeah.
Now it's just almost a definite to reach that figure. And then obviously next step would be the $1 million mark. If we could get there, it would be insane. But
yeah,
we'll find out.
We will. Great turnout already. The 2K buying people will come through the door all day. Any bust outs? Not that we need any bad news from anybody.
No, since Span we haven't lost anyone.
Awesome.
We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it so far today. 6 players.
Yeah, we're very close. If we do get close to the mill ball, which we doubt, to be fair, but in this game you just never know.
I reckon the line now 900k. I reckon that's like a realistic target. A million's still gonna need just lots and lots of entries today, and plus the turbo and day 2 buy-ins. But I think 900k is a more realistic target.
Gary, Stock, Harry, and Chandra for a 1-2. That's a lead. Pernell, Gary, Stock, Harry, and Chandra for a 1-2.
So yeah, they'll be very close, but obviously we'll keep you all informed what's happening. There's day 1C at 9 o'clock. There's the day 2 buy-ins tomorrow morning before we start the day, and then we will start the day, and within the first couple of hours we'll get the official prize pool breakdown. But it is looking like a £200,000 win for somebody. Believe it or not, we've got apples. It sounds like jellies and ice creams and all sorts. No, it's apples. Tower's having an apple. Right, apple?
I might have one on the
Apple.
plate. I'm all right,
Apple, everybody. An apple a day means you get an apple.
Afternoon Carpet Catcher on Twitch. No, he hasn't.
Who's that?
He tagged some other person.
Who's that? Brad Simpson's not tagged you in it.
No, it's alright. I watched it. I went to your Twitter and I watched it on yours.
Brad Simpson's tagged in the wrong Just J. That is brilliant, isn't it, that Grinch? That's looking like favourite for me at the minute. That is brilliant. There'll definitely be more than one prize by the time we sort it out later tonight.
Obviously, as Tar said as well, it's better if you're watching the live stream as well. We see the live stream in the background.
You're definitely in contention.
There's Oliver, free betting the King 10 of Diamonds to 1.6. Nice big sizing after an open and a call. Yeah, I like the size Oliver's gone here, just over 5x. Like the hand selection, but Nicholas going to get sticky on the bottom with the 7-8 off. Nicholas dummy and gutter. Oliver here got a good hand to come in for a check here, Tower. Like his decision to check this board after catching middle pair out position in this 3-bet pot. I think we're going to get a lot more information about our opponent's hand with a check rather than a bet. And this jack on the turn is just great for us here and now. Is probably where we're going to see him try and eke some value out of Nicholas's range. Try and get called by hands like deuces through 9s. Maybe some worse 10x that can be in there. Queen 10, 10-9 suited, 10-8 suited. These type of holdings. Maybe even a 5 time to time, 5-6 suited, ace-5 suited. But 5s for 1k. And Nicholas happy to make the call with his dummy and gut shot here.
Does he hit it? No, he doesn't. Pairs twice.
Now this is an interesting scenario now for Oliver here. Yes, we've made a boat on the river. Yes, we want to get paid. But what are we getting paid by on this board, Tower? like all the pairs have been counterfeited now. 5x has been counterfeited. The only thing we can really target the way this hand's plays, he's never got queens, kings or aces because he's going to free bet the original open from middle position. So the best hand he can have in this spot is a 10 as well, which we're chopping with, or some ace highs, and there's not too many ace highs because I don't think ace king, ace queen is going to be flattened too often versus the hijack open. But he has opted to bet, but I think in this spot, like, yeah, we make a boat and we want to get value from it, but really when you delve into the hands that our opponents can have in these particular scenarios, what are we targeting? Ace 5 maybe, that's counterfeited 5, has ace high on the river, probably only ace 5 suited as well, so 3 combos of that, but it's just not enough hands we're targeting to get call buys. And maybe in these situations they could be good check spots to obviously check call, induce some bluffs from our opponent. It's just difficult for him to ever have ace high in this scenario, and that's like going to be the main hand we're targeting the way hands played.
An apple a day keeps the downswing away.
I wish that was the case.
Says Swindon Rat. Like it. And Deck Colohan is being watched by Kyle McClung, who's watching on Facey. Good stuff, good stuff. This is day 1B of the grand final. We have over £600,000 in the prize pool already. And there is a break in just over half an hour. I think it was 6 minutes late starting today, so break will be around about 2:36.
There's players and dealers in the grand final. After having progress from a 20-minute break, that's 20-minute break. Please leave the poker room as quickly as you can when you get the dealers to break during this break. So as soon as you leave, they may have a break. So please leave the poker room until you are called back.
3 minutes. Thought it was 6. It's 3. All the players leaving live. Numbers are increasing all the time. 177 already in today, which is amazing. Yes, I can see a couple of Christmas jumpers wandering around. We'll have to go and interview the Christmas jumper people. That's what we should. Where's the jumper, son? Good day, Maudlin.
Poor effort.
Grinding cash all week, made £50,000 in profit. Christmas jumper, nowhere to be seen, son.
I came down last week, you didn't tell me. I don't have the £3-4 to go on the prime market. I don't have the money, I'm working trying to work for it, yeah.
Have you started in the GF?
Down there, 10k, I was about to go to the desk, got a bluff through and back up to 20,100.
Oh,
yeah.
Profit on the first session.
Yeah, 100 up.
Good stuff.
Double that next time. Just want drinks or anything?
I'm fine, thanks, Dave. All good. Thank you.
All good, thank you very much. Dave Morley, one of the Teessiders, down here for the grand final. Well done, brothers. Loving it. Nice video. Hey. Has he got the right Just J yet?
Okay, dealers,
Nope. Just J 1986.
1986?
1986? How old do you think this guy
35?
How old do you think this guy is?
The cheek of it.
I see Christmas jumpers and shirts everywhere. It's amazing. We might have to go for wandering with a camera soon. So this is the first session of the day. Nice and quiet, steady starts. No dramas at the minute for all the players. Good to see Ludo sat at the table. Runner-up in Edinburgh, was in Blackpool for the entirety. Unbelievable. Fancy Brad thinking you're 35.
Where is everyone getting these big tellies from?
The size of that TV. I love the Christmas tree.
Yeah, he said Jim Marlowe haven't got a Christmas jumper, we've got a Christmas tree in the shop.
That's a huge Christmas tree, by the way. And I'm loving
I
that
love how everyone watches it on their TV, like 50, 60 inch tellies.
YouTube, stick it on, flick it on big screen, boom.
Mas Bako, David G, both hitting the rail in the last 5 minutes.
Uh-oh. What we'll do during the next level, we'll get a pan of everybody who's playing in the Christmas jumper. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. We'll get PK on the case and just get a full headshot of everybody who's playing in a Christmas jumper, including the dealers, because they deserve a little bit of TV time. All the dealers working tirelessly through the GUKPT. In about 25 minutes time we do go for the first break in play. New table will be with us for the session number 2. Victor Lukin's not got out of hand this time. He said I got up to 60,000 and I made bad play with sixes yesterday. And then his second bullet, he thought he was short stack coming in with 50 bigs. And some people just can't handle 50 bigs. Think they're short stack.
Not much has happened here, guys. First session of the day on this table, as expected. But it's been a great little start to the giveaway. We've had some decent pictures sent in. Video from Chef Brad. He's gone all out. He's put the old stream on.
Love it. Love it, brothers. Orcas 81. Thanks for the hobnobs. They went.
And the Bourbons, they went.
They went. Gone. And everybody else was getting involved in the spirit. And Jim Marlowe. Live stream on. We had 17-foot Christmas tree to the side. Looks like he lives in New Forest. Great effort. Thanks to everybody getting involved. Race for 300 called in 2 spots on an ace-high flop.
And this one checking through everyone too. You lost me money, you did.
My question is
Do we want to what?
you got the bets.
Yeah.
You lost.
Yeah, I lost.
How can you not?
Because
It's terrible at taking one seat on one.
Yeah,
So it goes up to the next session.
He refused.
I refused. So got about 20 minutes left of the session.
Jim Marlowe said he had to chop the tree. If you look at Jim Marlowe's picture with us, either at the Tower 68 or at Just J, not 86.
Yeah, if you go to our lights.
He said he had to cut the top off to get it in the house. The tree's about 11 foot tall. Razor Kev says, who is Rudolph's favourite singer? Go on then, we don't know who is Rudolph's favourite singer. Oh, I said it wrong. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. Who is Santa's favourite singer? Beyonce. Oh my days.
What is this?
Coming out of crackers, these jokes.
Going to the same stag party.
Yeah.
Hey, good lunch.
So Rich calling the bet from Declan. To just randomly donk with the King Jack and gets rewarded. And then comes in for the check out the big blind. Okay, Declan was under the gun there. That makes sense. He wasn't in the big blind. That makes a lot more sense. So just open, continue, catch the king on the turn.
Good old Chris, who's dealing, getting in the spirit. Does the nose flash? Do you think you'd turn it on if you did? For the last hand?
I wish he does. I'm hoping he does. Would that be a tell if you're sitting there and someone's got one of them on it, it starts flashing? Fairly slow start of the table. We are heading out on a 15-minute break. Actually, it's probably 20-minute break.
Yeah. 20-minute break in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Greg B asks, any more cash game streams planned? Won't be for this year, obviously, because we're just finishing off the grand final. Next year, though, we are going to look at potentially having a cash game stream every Wednesday for the main events. So the Wednesday before the main event kicks off, wherever it may be, wherever the location, we are potentially looking at having a cash game stream.
So yeah, fingers crossed for next year, Greg. We'll give you confirmation if we get confo ourselves this weekend. we'll have a speak with Jim Marlowe. We'll have a speak with Jim McShane sometime today regarding this year and how it's gone and how he thinks it's gone and his plans and Sue's plans because they put them all together regarding the tour. So we'll get Jim in for 10 minutes during the day. Big news on the outer tails. Teddy Sheringham's playing.
Is he?
He is.
Oh, Teddy.
Teddy. Did you ever watch Teddy playing football?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I remember. That was probably where I was, like, earliest memories of football. Teddy at the Spurs.
Yeah, Chris is waiting for an all-in to turn the light on.
So Goliath will be great next year. You're not wrong, Greg. It is going to be huge next year. We'll have news about Goliath this weekend as well.
And leg one as well.
And leg one, which is coming back the 27th of January 2022. We'll definitely get Jim McShane in the comms for 10 minutes chatting about this year and what's proposed for next year. Oh, Teddy, Sheringham's Aaron McMordy. Are you still in Blackpool, Aaron? Or on your way back down south? Taking all the money away from north, taking it all back down south, have a few pints in the south and then they're going to have to work up north and earn some more. That's what he does. And we have news regarding the next feature table, which will include, oh, Teddy, he's coming to sit down at the side of John Mooney and Craig Dawson. Craig, two big blinds Dawson.
Craig, yeah. Ace King Dawson. Foal Queens Pre Dawson. Well, he's got so many nicknames, that Craig.
On the feature, the next feature table, we'll have Teddy Sheringham, Craig Dawson and John Mooney. Boom. Hiya Fletch, Paul Fletcher, afternoon gents. Apologies a little bit late owing to a successful marathon bad beat in the last night. Potwasher Junior did a downside better than the Poshwasher Senior did last night.
Yeah, Chris bagged up well. I think he's got over 100k.
Very nice indeed. Was that Chris?
Yeah, Chris Maguire.
Very nice indeed. He's just got back into playing, Reese. Didn't know Teddy Sheringham played poker. He played about 10 years ago. He played as soon as he retired from football. He played a few of the GUKPTs, and then he played the World Series of Poker Europe that was in the Empire in London. And then he went back into football for a little while, and is now just about finished with football in general. So he's coming back playing a few events. Looks like Baldy in the UK has been hacked by his 3-month-old. Whatever that is. Or he's sat on his phone Watching Twitch.
I'll go for the latter. I reckon he sat on his phone.
Oh, the cat's walked over the laptop. Evening, Semtex.
You're welcome to start taking it. Thank you.
So Oliver smashing this turn with the 7-8 of clubs. Gin for him.
Yeah, I can't see Victor and his cards. They are in the box.
Hand behind the ear. Leans forward. Double check the whole cards. Scratch of the head. Right, if he comes in with an aggressive action now, Tower, this is just... If Oliver picks up on this, he's not actually looking at Victor. Wow, Victor actually raises it up. And that's like after all that, wow. Has he just got kings or queens here? We don't actually know what Victor's got in this scenario, but Oliver wasn't actually looking at Victor there, but he's done a lot of posturing. He leant back, he put his hand behind his ear, then he scratched his head like he had a decision, then he's come in with an aggressive line. So 7-8 of clubs here. Like too strong to fold. 3.5 to win 13.5k, just under 4 to 1 for us for Oliver. But if he's just picked up on that from Victor, I might even call this turn and just hero fold River Tower for 11.6, because maybe if Victor's raising a hand like Ace King here, which he probably should just be flat in, he might believe that his hand's stronger than what it actually is in this scenario. And Oliver actually folding the 7-8 there, and maybe he did pick up on something from Victor, and fair play, folding the trips.
Absolutely, you just think it's a gin card for
Yeah.
Oliver, and he ends up getting out of the way.
And he thinks he's going to get to see that one, but unfortunately we don't know. But just from live tells, like when someone does all that posturing, they lean back, they scratch their head like they got a big decision, then they come in for a raise, a lot of the time it is very, very strong, and maybe Oliver did pick up on it, and that's why he just chose to fold the trips, and I can't blame him. There's no way I would have been giving away free streets. I might have called once with the 7-8, getting that price with position to see if Victor opted to check revolve hands like Ace King that maybe overvalues on the turn, but kings and queens definitely part of the range of hands Victor can have in that particular spot. Well, he's got kings now.
He has indeed. Yeah, Jack Stolter not in the building yet. Semtex. We've lost the charmer.
Players in the grand final will be going back.
We've lost Adnan Eddie Charner.
100, 200, 200, and dealers, please begin the deal.
Yeah, so it's a 25-minute break, guys, at the end of this session.
25-minute break. So we'll be back at 2:55 with more of the stuff. What we'll do during the second session We'll have a few chip counts from the, no, probably not chip counts from the start because they won't change that much in the first session. But we'll get a few other guys that are wearing the Christmas jumpers around the room. I want to know in the call on the feature, so the nose goes.
Yeah. That's what we are. That's what we're waiting for.
Don't forget, watch Polar Express this weekend. Great movie, one of my favourites.
So Oliver, after opening in a check call, after flopping middle pair, pretty standard from him. And now facing double barrel from Victor. Probably just going to fold the 9 versus this particular opponent tower against some players I'm going to be calling twice, but versus Victor Lukin. A lot of the times just going to let this one go here, the Jack 9 of clubs. Looks like he's going to make the call though. I just think like Victor's so often going to have like Queen 10 here, King 10, these type of holdings. 8 of clubs on the river. So action back over to Victor, who snap checks behind. Maybe he doesn't have the Queen 10 or King 10 that I thought he might have. I just think we looks, don't know what he's got. There's definitely a lady there. Queen 10.
Queen 10. Bob on, young man, yet again.
Yeah, it's just why we got a fold turn versus this opponent tower. It's never barreling worse than a 9 there in that spot against Victor Lukin.
So thanks to all the pictures, Razor Kev, the latest one to send us a picture. He's got no Christmas jumper, but he's got the Christmas tree up and he's watching the live stream. So nice one, Kev. Good to see you this year, and we'll see you in 2022.
Yeah, we'll let you know if he gets in. Sem text asking if Jack Salt was in the field. I'm not sure if he is yet.
No,
we'll let you know if he is.
He's not in the list just yet.
Yeah, lost a pot last orbit of the day. Big one against Conor O'Driscoll. 9-7-4 forward the board. Jack Salter had 7s and Conor O'Driscoll had 9s on one of our outer tables. So just a big call up. I'm sure we'll see him back today. So over in amongst it again. This time Ace King, 3 betting to 1.6k, and Ludo not going to be folding the Jack 10 suited, that's for sure. Definitely one that we can peel versus 3 bet, even though we have opened under the gun. And that's going to bring Nicholas in with his pocket threes, closing the action, going set mine in here.
Ace King 10.
It's a lovely flop for Oliver with the Ace King. Smashes this one. So going to see some chips coming for a C-bet. Can definitely get caused by some worse Ace-X. There's going to be a lot of suited broadways out there. King 10 suited, a 2 pair that we could have called on this flop. And then the King Queen, King Jack, Jack 10, Queen 10. Want all of these hands continuing. So I'd like to see a smallish size. Well, 2k into 5.1. Opting for 40%. Guess it is a fairly wet board. If there was 1 diamond on backdoor flush for Ludo.
Yeah, the great results in the high roller did Jack Salter beating all comers. So 2 or 3 minutes to go until the end of the session. Ace King again. This time, Catlin 3-bets the Ace King suited. Victor with the 7s.
Not going to be going anywhere this
Will
deep
not be
tower.
going anywhere.
We're going to be calling, looking for walking sticks. I think Victor will just be folding most flops without a 7 on it.
Ace 10, 10.
Nice check spot this here for us as Catalin. Like to see a check from him tower. Yeah, we can get some value from some worse ace-x, but it's one of them situations where you speak about a lot equity-wise. We're either going to be well in front or well behind here against the 10 with the ace-king, and is actually going to get value from Victor with the 7, so maybe went really, really small. Opted for 700 into 2.5.
Oh, where's that come from? Victor.
And now going to have to... I expect him to check, unless he's going to go small to get a free showdown tower.
Yeah.
He might be firing here so that we can get a free showdown, but need to be wary that Victor can have plenty of 10x here, lots of 10-8, 10-9 suited, 10-jack suited, Queen 10 and King 10 suited.
And if this comes a really low card.
Oh, counterfeit for the 7s!
Wow! Victor's got unlucky.
Oh,
He
that
got
is an
lucky.
ill river.
He got lucky to get really unlucky. Ouch.
Wow.
Shake, he can't believe it. Victor knows he's shaking his head. And the Ace King gets there.
Yeah, big fan
The
of
7s are counterfeited.
check's nice from Catalin there. Tower.
Ouch.
Once we get to the river, I'm a really big fan of the check. Never getting to stop that. I'm trying to talk here and I keep getting it on the arm.
Sorry.
But really good check simply because we're never getting called by worse. On ace 10, 10, 10, it's terrible when we get raised by 10x. We're never getting called by kings through the rest of the hands, chopping with other ace x. So he's opted to check back there with
unlucky
the Victor. But he got lucky on the turn. He found a 2-outer on the turn, to be fair to him, when he was behind. Swings and roundabouts, but we are going to be back. 25 minutes.
Yeah, round about
5
to 3.
5 to 3.
2:55.
See you then, guys.
See you then.
On the final couple of days, so yeah, it was really cool. There was made the final table actually with James Keys, like well-known UK, blast from the past, and Patrick Antonius is on the final table as well. And I tried to bluff him. That was my big downfall. Tried to fight. To be fair, he tanked for a couple of minutes with trips, so it couldn't have been that bad a bluff. So I was trying to get him to fold a little bit of a worse hand than that. But yeah, so it was believable. But yeah, that was where it all started going wrong for me. And but still, it was a great score and an amazing experience. And my friends were there watching and stuff, so gave me the live poker bug and made me want to play more.
You said 2011 was probably the breakout year for yourselves. When you go to the World Series, you've just said that 6 max is probably your best game. Third out of 1,378 for 271, and also cashed in the 5K 6 max, finishing 11th. Incredible scores. And then 12 days later, so these 3 events are just going on and on and on. You just missed out on a bracelet. Second out of 474 in the 6 max 10K. 3 massive scores, but obviously the bracelet and the runner-up. Was that a highlight low at the time?
No, definitely a highlight. Like the bracelet didn't, obviously it would have been nice, but it didn't mean as much to me then as it would a couple of years later, kind of thing. I was just happy to finally, I've been going every year and sort of losing money and then having to get it back online afterwards. And now have, the buzz of the final table, all your friends watching, all the British Rail chanting. It was just, I just wanted to do well and not go out, first on the final table, make it deep. And the first one, the 2.5K 6 max came third, was just that was, I think, one of the first rails where everyone was doing shoe bombs and drinking, which to anyone who doesn't know is drinking beer.
There.
Yeah, drinking beer out their shoe and going crazy. And I remember actually I had kind of fucked me over on one hand because we were 3 left. And I played this hand where I was in the 9 seat and the guy I was playing was in the 1 seat. I don't know why we didn't all move around. But I couldn't really see him in the hand, which didn't really bother me because like live poker, I kind of wanted to hide anyway. Still at this stage, I wasn't looking for reads on my opponents. And I've opened ace-2 blind on blind, and he's called, and I was kind of short step, and it came king 5-4, and so I got gut shot, and I bet, and he raised. And to me at the time as well, it didn't really make much sense. I felt like he was weak, and I was like, okay, whatever. If he's got king, he's got king. I got an ace or 3 to hit. So I shoved all in, and he tanked for ages. So I'm like, okay, he would have called already if he had a king. So I thought it was going to fold for sure. And like the rails chanting, and then like out of nowhere, there's like a big cheer. So I wasn't even looking. I was just staring at the felt, just doing my thing that I did every time. And I just assumed that he'd folded because they were like cheering that I was chipped the pot. And someone said, show the deuce. And I was like, wow, there's not very often you get the chance to do this. So I just sort of looked across and flipped over the deuce. And then as I'm flipping over, I realized he still had cards. And then now there was another, I'm like, oh no, now what the hell? Like, what's going on here? And then he tanked for another minute, and then he called me with ace deuce. So then we chopped the hand. But like, obviously, I don't know what was going on in the whole hand, to be honest. But yeah, we ended up chopping that hand, but obviously it could have all been different. But no, overall, I was really happy with the results. Like, tough tournaments as well. The 10K 6 max was a very tough tournament. I got heads up against the player. I played online a lot at the time, so it wasn't someone that I felt like I had a big edge against. And we played a marathon match, had to come back the next day and finish it off. But yeah, it just didn't work out for me in either of those at the end. But I was still really happy just to be cashing and making runs and final tables. It just felt unreal, you know. It was almost like back to when I first started playing online and started winning. It was back to that feeling because it had been so long in live poker that I'd been playing and not really doing anything. So to finally start making runs was just an amazing feeling. It was kind of better than if I'd have just come straight into live poker and started winning instantly. It wouldn't have been nearly the same rush.
Well, you obviously 2011, and it is just such a fantastic year for yourself, and it'll always be etched in the memory. But it was the first time that the World Series Poker Europe wasn't in London. It moved to Cannes in France. And second again.
Yeah, I worked on a heads up game. Nah, this was crazy as well because I kind of felt like I had massive unfinished business in this tournament because when it was at the Empire Casino in London, one of my first big live poker runs, like it was a really long tournament as well. We were on, I think it was day 4, and we we're still winning the money. But I had a big stack on the bubble, and I was feeling really good, really confident. And even like one of the guys at my table went to the bar just so they could cash. So, you know, there was a weird dynamic where we're just, you know, that blind sitting out. So me and Johnny Lodden had big chips, and we were both taking it in turns. Kind of there was a mutual agreement almost, but hadn't really clashed yet. But we were both the most aggressive players at the table, building up our stacks. And I was basically, you know, like 99 times out of 100, I'm going to cash in this spot, and let alone like I felt like over 50% of the time I'm going to final table because only 27 people cash. So once you're in the money, you know, you got a real shot at making it, especially because I had over 100 big blinds. And we go on dinner break, like free off the money. A bunch of my friends came down, just sort of sweat the tournament. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to cash for at least, I think min cash was real decent, like maybe like £30,000. So it was huge. And I was like, okay, I'll just shout everyone a steak dinner. So we go for a nice steak dinner on dinner break, like 10 of us. Buy everyone dinner, no big deal. I'm going to cash for 30K. Come back, I get kings on the big blind. Kings when the guy in the big blind's not even there, and Johnny Lawton raises, and I'm like, wow, this is going to look bullshit from me, especially like with our history. So he's raised, I've re-raised, he's re-raised. I'm just like, you know, so happy. Not even a thought in the world that I could ever be beat. We end up getting in. He just had aces, and my heart sunk. And I actually had him covered by about 20 big blinds. So I still had, you know, still hopefully I can cash and, you know, maybe I can run it back up. But like, obviously I'm a bit demoralized and a bit shook up. And I played this hand where this guy 3x'd it under the gun, this Scandinavian guy, but everyone 3x back then. And I pocket nines, and he'd been in enough hands, and I decided, I'm not going to fold the cash. I'm going to go for it here, and I'll just go all in. But in my head, I was like, okay, I'm just going to re-raise half my stack because it will look stronger than going all in. I don't know. Weird theory back then. And I've misclicked. So I've re-raised him. And he's like, how much more? And like, you know, he's made 10K and they're like 6K more. So it's like, oh my God. Just kind of trying to keep a straight face. And he like tanks for a bit and then he calls. I'm like, okay, just come a low flop. Just comes ace, king, queen. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. But like, obviously, you know, I got to still try and win it a bit. So I fired out a bet and he tanked for ages and someone called the clock on him. I'm like, okay, he's going to fold. And I'm trying to like I'm like trying to project that I've got trip aces here to him, you know, like stay away. And then anyway, after like max time bank that, and I'm down to 10 big blinds, find a pair, shove, get called by ace king, lose the flip, and I'm out one off the money. And you know, trying to avoid the cameras or trying to do an interview, make out the back exit out the empire, managed to avoid that. But yeah, I was kind of gutted, you know, I almost wanted to burst into tears. It was like one of the lowest moments in poker. At that time, I think that was 2007, I think is the one. John Joanda one. So like, yeah, you know, this was, or maybe it's 2008, but I'd never had a live cash over 10K.
And that won in 2007.
Okay, yeah, so it's 2008. So literally, like you said, my first cash was 2008, and so now this would have been like my third cash. I could have won the tournament for over, you know, like 1.5 million or whatever it was for first. I don't even know, but yeah, I ended up playing for 4 days and got nothing. And then they're London the next week. I was so over it, I wasn't even going to play though, so I didn't plan on playing that. And I've had 9 a.m., which I never did because, you know, I was always playing online all through the night. I woke up randomly at 9 a.m., took it as a sign to go and play that tournament because I was like, I'm never normally up at this time. So I went and got on the waiting list, played the tournament, bubbled that one as well. And that was when I actually, me and All In Stevie and Paul Fulton, we all went to, I told them, all right, I don't want to play online poker for a while, no poker. So we went to Ayia Napa and had like a 3-week holiday there. Didn't even take my laptop. And that's like basically the longest break after those 2 tournaments. So especially the first one, just, it was, yeah. I always thought like I had unfinished business in the Europe main event. Like the actual WSOP main event just seems so unattainable because you have to beat thousands of players. Whereas this one, you know, the field size is a lot smaller, like 500 normally. But you know, it's a much tougher tournament. But I felt like this one was more winnable and a great structure. And I just was like, every year I was pumped for the tournament. So yeah, it was to make a run at it. It was really cool.
$2.3 million live in 2011, and you were still #1 online.
Yeah,
how do we even juggle these two to stay ahead of the game while you were #1 online? Because that was just a fantastic year for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't do a lot other than play poker. Like, actually, it was the start of 2012 that I realized that, you know, I needed a bit more life balance. And I sort of New Year's resolutions, I hit up Jason Kuhn in Facebook chat, and I'd sort of just been eating really bad, put on a ton of weight, like just through poker, and I was feeling bad about myself. Like, even though I was doing amazing at poker online and live, feeling really good about that, I just wasn't feeling great about life outside of poker. So that's, I think, like why I kind of almost dived into poker even more, because that was the only thing that was giving me happiness. So I kind of, start of the year, you know, everyone gets New Year's resolutions. I was like, okay, I need to make some changes here. So I kind of, on a whim, hit him up and said, oh, I was living in Cyprus with some of my horses after Black Friday at that point. And I was like, well, do you fancy coming to Cyprus, and I'll back you for some EPTs and stuff. And if you'll sort of be my personal trainer and chef, it's like kind of like a trade-off, because I knew he was like the healthiest guy in poker. And so I kind of just, at the time in my head, I did it to like make myself, you know, at least I'm trying. I didn't think he'd jump at the idea or anything. I just thought, yeah, at least I can tell myself that I'm trying to make a change. And then he like was like straight away, he was like, okay, I booked the flight. I'm then in 3 days time. I was like, oh shit.
I've got to do this.
At the deep end, I went from like not going to the gym for sort of 10 years to going like pretty much every day, and not, you know, he was cooking clean food. And yeah, I mean, I had like 2012, I think in the first 6 months, I ended up losing like 50 pounds or something. So it was a big change and something that I really needed, because it was getting just seemed, it was one of those things that I had let it slip so much that it seemed like it was unattainable, and I was never going to do it myself. So I needed to kick up the backside kind of thing. So yeah, that's
awesome. We've got 30 online Triple Crowns. Now,
yeah.
for people out there that don't know what an online Triple Crown is, just tell them how good you actually are. What is the Triple Crown?
It's pretty easy, really. You just have to win three tournaments with a 10k prize pool, and you have to have over 100 people in them.
Yeah.
But in a week, but they have to be all on different sites as well. So that's the harder part. Is, you know, if you're playing every day, you play a lot of tournaments, so you can win 3 tournaments in a week. Not too, you know, it's not too out of the ordinary. But winning 3 on different sites, you know, a lot of time you get the first 2, like Poker Stars. You know, pretty easy one to get because you're playing a lot of volume on there, and then you get the first 2, and then it would be really hard to win the third one because you'd only have a couple of options to win the third one. But yeah, once I was kind of, that always inspired me to, because, you know, like week to week the grind can become a bit monotonous. But, you know, say I won 2 tournaments on 2 different sites on the Monday and the Tuesday, I'm like, okay, now I've got 5 days to win. So I was like, okay, I've got to be in every day, otherwise I can't win it. So I like got hooked on winning them, and you know, you don't get any, there's no real other incentive for it, but it was definitely like a something I strived to do, and like I wanted to be the leader. And once I got in the lead, I didn't want anyone catching me, so I kept grinding them hard. But yeah, I always wanted the live one, but it's eluded me so far. I'm two-thirds of the legs through, but yeah, 30 online is not too bad.
We'll get there. 2007 your first online Triple Crown, and 2019 your last. That's incredible consistency over the years. Do you think 30 will ever?
It's like weird because